Alright YouTube, what's got? It's Hightower 5000 here today, bringing you a one piercing note quest guide. There are no quest requirements for this quest whatsoever. There's also no items you need to bring along for this quest. Finally, once you're ready, you want to make your way to Kharid Abbey, which is to the east of Kharid. So once you arrive at the quest start point, you want to go ahead and speak with Sister Catherina. Select option number 1, yes, I've come to answer your prayers. Select option number 2, yes, I'll help you. And then you'll get the quest prompts. You want to go ahead and accept the quest. And that'll be the quest started. So you then want to enter into the Abbey, and then you want to go into the northwestern corner. You should then see Abbess Benita. Go ahead and speak with her. Select option number 2, what can I do to help? And then option number 1, of course. You'll then be given a cell key and a notebook. So you then want to make your way down to the southeast corner of the Abbey. You then want to go ahead and enter into the first cell you come across. This should be the one to the furthest west. You then want to go ahead and inspect the bed. You then want to go ahead and inspect the window. You then want to go back through the door. And then you want to head up to the northwest of the Abbey. You then want to enter into the most northwestern room. There should be 2 beds which you want to go ahead and inspect. You then want to head south, so you're going down to the southwestern room in the Abbey. You then want to open the door into the room. And then you want to go ahead and inspect the body which is up against the southern wall. And you'll then be given some clues. So you want to exit out of the Abbey, and there should be a magician just to the southwest. There should be a person called Valerio. Go ahead and speak with. You need to go through every single one of their options. Do this in order. So start off with option number 1, what were you singing about? Option number 2, what are you doing at the Abbey? And then option number 3, where were you between Vespers and Confronting yesterday? You then want to select option number 1, Sister Anne was murdered. You then want to select option number 1, you were singing about Sister Anne, weren't you? You then want to select option number 3, goodbye. If you look at your chat in dark red, there should be clues added. There should be 3 of them, which should be the most recent, which start with Valario's name. If you've not got 3 that start with Valario, then you have done something wrong and you want to go ahead and re-engage in conversation. So you then want to return into the Abbey. And then you should see some cabbages. You want to go ahead and pick one. You then want to head north and enter the room where Sister Elena is. You then want to go ahead and speak with her. You then want to go through all of her options in order. So select option number 1, what are you cooking? You then want to select option number 1, where were you between Vespers and Confronting yesterday? You then want to select option number 2, what did you think of Sister Anna? You then want to select option number 3, what do you know about the troubadour outside? You then want to select option number 4, goodbye. This time again, if you go ahead and look at your chat, you should have 3 clues which start with Sister Elena. So you then want to head up the stairs and enter into the main hall, which is just to your southeast. You then want to go ahead and speak with Sister Catherina. You then want to go through all of her options in order, so start with option number 1, what are you rehearsing? Select option number 1, no, could you tell me? Select option number 1, what's Cathedral? Select option number 1, could the Ripper demon come back? Select option number 1, can your music repel demons? You then want to select option number 2, back to other questions. Where were you between Vespers and Compline yesterday? Select option number 2, what did you think of Sister Anna? Select option number 3, what do you know about the troubadour outside? And then you want to select option number 4, goodbye. Again, if you look at your chat, you should have 3 new clues added, which start off with Sister Catherina. So just to your south, there should be Sister Catherina. Go ahead and speak with her. Select option number 1, where were you between Vespers and Compline yesterday? You then want to select option number 1, I'd like that. You then want to select option number 1, what did you think of Sister Anna? You then want to select option number 1, what other applicant? You then want to select option number 1, Sister Anne was murdered. You then want to select option number 2, what do you know about the troubadour outside? You then want to select option number 3, goodbye. This time in your chat, you should only have 2 new clues added, starting with Sister Catherina. You then want to open the door just to the north of the main hall. You then want to climb up the stairs. You then want to climb up the stairs again. You then want to go ahead and talk to feet. Select option number 1, no, I'm an adventurer. You then want to run around the other side and operate the clock mechanism. You then want to operate the clock until it displays 12 o'clock. Once it gets to 12 o'clock, that'll be exited, and then feet will continue with some dialogue. That'll then turn out to Sister Deborah. You then want to go through all of her options in order, so start with option number 1, where were you between Vespers and Compline yesterday? Select option number 1, what did you think of Sister Anna? Select option number 2, tell me about the troubadour outside. And then select option number 3, goodbye. If you look at your chat, you should have 2 new clues added. Only one of these starts with Sister Deborah, however. So you then want to return down the 2 flights of stairs. And then you want to go down and return to Abbess Benita. Go ahead and then speak to her. Select option number 1, I finished investigating for now. So you can then go ahead and select any suspect you want. It's up to you, it does not matter. I'm just going to select option number 3, Sister Elena. She didn't like Sister Anna. So you then want to open the door to leave the office. You then want to return into the main hall. You then want to open the door to the north, and then there should be a staircase in the southeastern corner of the room. Go ahead and climb down that. Sister Catherina will be there. You've got to protect us, the demon is back. You then want to continue through the chat. You then want to go ahead and investigate the body. You then want to right click and investigate the bloodstain. In the room you're in, there should be a robe cabinet up against the western wall. You want to go ahead and search that. You then want to climb back up the stairs. You then want to return to Abbess Benita. Go ahead and speak with her. You then want to select option number 2, I need the key to Sister Elena's cell. You'll then be given another key. So you then want to go through to the room to your east, which is the kitchen. Up against the northern wall there should be some sacks which you want to go ahead and investigate. You should then find a secret passageway. So you then want to head down to the southeast of the abbey where the cells are located. You then want to enter the second one in from the east or the third one along from the west. You then want to go ahead and inspect the bed. You'll then find a bundle of letters. You then want to go ahead and read through the letters. You then want to open the cell door and then you want to exit out of the abbey to the west. You then want to return down to Valario, who's the magician. Go ahead and speak with him. Select option number 1, were you having an affair with Sister Elena? Select option number 1, I found letters from you in Sister Elena's cell. Select option number 1, Sister Elena is dead. You then want to select option number 1, I think you killed Anna and Elena. You then want to return to the main hall, which is in the eastern part of the abbey. You should then see Sister Sek Alaya. Go ahead and speak with her. Select option number 2, can you tell me exactly what happened? You then want to return to the kitchen. And you then want to go ahead and search that lone sack again. So you then want to go into the room just to your west. You should then talk to Abbess Benita. Select option number 1, I finished investigating for now. You'll then again be given someone to suspect. Go ahead and choose anyone you want. I'm going to select option number 1, the Ripper demoned back from the dead. So you then want to return outside of the abbey. You should then see Sister Catherina dancing outside by the musicians. You then want to select option number 1, Abbess Benita, ask me to bring you back to the abbey. You then want to just select option number 1, alright, let's dance. You then want to go ahead and re-speak with her and then you'll go into a cutscene. You can exit this by hitting the escape key. You then want to go ahead and climb up the ladder just to your southwest and then you want to go ahead and operate the winch. You then want to climb back down the ladder. You then want to go back outside the abbey and then you should see Valario. Go ahead and speak with him. So So you then want to go back into the Abbey, and then you want to go ahead and speak with Abbess Benita. Select option number 4, more. Option number 4, more. Option number 4, I don't know who did it. Option number 3, we should lay a trap. Option number 4, a new victim. Option number 2, they were all associated with Valario. You then want to return into the main hall, which is to your east. You then want to go through the northern door and then climb down the staircase. You'll then see the candelabrum on the floor. You want to go ahead and move this. You then want to go ahead and use the cabbage on this. You then want to go and open and then search the robe cabinet. You should then get a symbol and some robes. You then want to go ahead and use one of the robes on the candelabrum. This will then give you Sister Cabbage. You then want to go and hide in the cabinet. You then want to select option number 1, hide in the robe cabinet and wait. You'll then go into a short cutscene. You can go ahead and exit out of this by hitting the escape key. Eventually the killer should appear. You want to go ahead and knock out the killer. You then want to chase after it. So wherever it goes, you want to go. So I'm going to climb up the stairs. I'm then seeing it run into the next room and then go down the stairs. I'm then seeing it over by the gate. It's now going back up the stairs, back into the main hall. It's then going back into the room to the north. It's then gone ahead and climbed up the stairs. It will have then climbed up the stairs again. And then it would have climbed up the stairs again. You'll then get up to the church bell. You then want to select option number 1, let her go. Select option number 2, who are you? You then want to select option number 1, Sister Anna, but you're dead. Select option number 4, enough talk. You then want to go ahead and try and re-talk. You then want to select option number 3, listen, can you hear the singing? You then want to select option number 1, they all loved you, the sisters and Valario. You then want to select option number 1, that's your funeral, time for you to die. Select option number 2, back. So you then want to climb down the stairs. You then want to go ahead and operate the clock mechanism. You then want to go ahead and operate the clock until it shows 12 again. Once it gets back to 12, you'll then exit out of that. You then want to climb back up the stairs. You then want to re-engage with conversation with the killer. You then want to select option number 4, listen, is that the bell ringing? You then want to go ahead and talk to Sister Deborah. You then want to select option number 2, you moved pretty quickly. Option number 1, are you alright? And then option number 2, what should we do with Sister Anna? You then want to go ahead and talk to Sister Anna. Select option number 1, alright, take a moment. You'll then go into a cutscene. You can exit this by pressing the escape button. You then want to go ahead and speak with Abbess Benita. You can then go ahead and choose whatever option you want. I'm going to select option number 2, it was the Ripper Demon. And there we go, that is the quest complete. So congratulations, you've completed 1 piercing note. You're awarded with 2 quest points, Cathedral robe set, 250 prayer XP, Troubadour dance emote, and 2 treasure hunter keys. Thank you very much for watching this quest guide. Please leave a like, rating, subscribe if you are new around here. Go down into the description below and check out my other quest series playlists where I'm sure I'll be able to help you out with another quest. And that's all for this video, so thank you very much for watching. My name is Hightower 5000 and I'm out. Adios.